Hello everybody, this is Gianluca with Modesto and this is my video number 17 on KiCad. So today in this video we are going to generate the Gerber files that are the files you need to ask a quotation to a manufacturer of PCB. And then we are going to see also how to use the Gerber file reader. So first of all, we have to be on the layout, PCB layout software, and we can go to file. So there are two folders we have to focus. One is the fabrication outputs that we will need for some information. The other one, and the most important, is the plot output folder. And if you open the plot output folder, you see that you have the list of layers that you are going to print. You can also have other information, for example the front fabric and the back fabric, if you have some information that is not the case for our simple project. And there will be a Gerber file for each of these selected layers. Okay, so we identify a directory where we want to generate these Gerber files. I think we can probably define a new folder, and we can call the folder fabric and 01. Okay, so we have a folder dedicated to that. We go inside the folder, and then we just plot. When we just plot, you will see here on the bottom you have one file, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 file, which are 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9 file, which are also here in our included layer definition. And then we generate also the drills files that are the drill that we have to make with the CNC machine. So we generate also that. We give some indication about the way we want to generate these files. I prefer to have a map on PDF format, and so I generate a drill file too, that are these two drills. And then I generate also a map file, which is a description of these drills, where they are and what they are, and the dimension and so on. So having this kind of file generated now, the only thing that is missing is to go to the fabrication folder and to generate a file which is called footprint position. And this is very important to understand for the manufacturer, to understand the position of the components that you are going to put in the PCB layout. So you do that, you see is directly going to your fabrication 01 folder. You can specify a few things here, but we keep what we have. You can have a single board, a single file for single board, or you can have two for front and back. So we will generate just a single board, and we generate the file as well. So having done that, you can go to the Finder here. You can go to your specific project, and you go to Fabric, and as you see here, you have a list of files. If you remember last time in the latest video, we generate the Excel file also, that is here. And so what we are going to do, we are going to take this file and to add this file in the folder for the manufacturer. So now we have really everything we need. So you can basically zip this folder and send to a manufacturer, PCB manufacturer, for a quotation. Okay. Of course, you have to specify a few things. The things you specify are the volumes, so how many parts you need. You have to specify which kind of PCB you are going to use, so which is a FR4 in our case, as specified in the past. you have to specify the color of the mask of the PCB, which is actually the color you see in the PCB, and also you have to specify the color of the silk. You remember that you can have different color, and that's it. So what we can do now, and let me save the file first. We can go to the Gerber reader, which is this application here, and then as you see here, we can open Gerber Files. So I go to the folder Open Gerber Files, I go inside my fabric, and you see I can load all the Gerber files once, but I want to load one by one. So the first one I want to load is the edge cut, that should be somewhere here, and so here we go. So this one is the edge cut. So when I open it, you see that in your PCB you will have your fish. So, and this is just to say, okay, this is the shape that is going to be created. Okay, and we are okay with that. Then we can go to other layers. So we can go to, for instance, we can go to the silk. So let's see the back silk, for instance. We should not have anything. So when we load this file, you should not see changes, and you don't see any changes actually. Then we can go and open the front silk. In this case, for the front silk, we know that we have things. So when you load this file, you will see that you will have some information, and as you see are the information related to the components that you have in the board. After that, you remember we have a path and we have mask. So let's first put the mask. For the back side, we should have actually only the through-hole components. So I expect to have something on these two components, as you see. And if I go to the front Gerber file, I will have components. For the mask, I will have components also on the exposed part of the pads of the PCB, of the other components, as you see here. At this point, I will check where I put my paste. That of course will be only on the bottom side, so I don't have any paste on the on the front side. I don't have any paste on the bottom side. So if I load the bottom, you don't see anything. But if I load the front, you will see the paste on the front. So you will see the paste going in the basically in the area where we have to solder the components. And if you zoom very close to a specific pad, you see that the actually pass area is a little bit smaller than the mask area. Okay, and then of course the most important part, which are the copper. And first, the copper on the back will be just a plain ground plane, and so if we take that, you will see that it's covering all the rest of the PCB. And if we take the front part of the copper, which is this one, you will actually cover the other side of the PCB. I think for this kind of stage it's enough, and so I think in the next video we will start a new project a little bit more complex, so you can also see other features of the tool. And so see you next video. Thanks for watching.